Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Welcome back to Outreach Outdoors. It's the evening of November 2nd. Head back in. Gonna hit the edge of this cornfield again. Last night I saw several does over here and a little buck chasing a doe. I pulled a camera car today on another farm and there's some dandies down there, but they hadn't been there for 3 or 4 days since they cut the beans, so I might try back down there again here soon, but I just can't give up on this field back here. It's been too good. There's been a lot of deer in it. So that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna get back in here again tonight and see what happens, and hopefully there's a big 8 and Samson and a couple 9-pointers that have been back here. So if nothing else, I can see a lot of this field. Maybe we'll figure out where some deer are coming out. So all right, see you in there. Can't even make it to the stand. Turkeys and deer. That's a good sign though. This buck's out here. There's a little guy, but Yeah. I don't know how much of that you could see. I granted that deer from probably 200 yards. He come right to the tree. And he was gonna, if I wouldn't have grunted at him, I think I'd have been fine, but he wasn't a giant, but he would have been a dandy with a recurve. But looked like he was messed up on his left side. Maybe a drop tine, I couldn't tell for sure. But he was a young deer, but still a really cool encounter. It's pretty well gonna wrap up my hunt for November 2nd, so thanks again, guys, for watching Outreach Outdoors, and it's getting good. November's here, it's getting good.
All right, well, it's November 4th here in northern Illinois, and Josh and I are at the North Farm hunting in the hut tonight. It's rained basically all day, high winds, and yesterday we sat morning and afternoon and didn't see a single deer, so not a typical November here yet. We felt like we needed to be in a tree, though. This afternoon we tried to sneak out here. We're a little bit late. It's about 2:45 here. The time changed last night, so we've got about 2 hours and 15 minutes maybe of shooting light with the camera. So again, high winds, but it's the right wind for us, and a lot of rain. So it's rained all day. It's still raining, and I don't think it's supposed to stop before shooting light's done. So we're just going to sit back and hope for the best. But we just checked the camera on the way in, and we do have one of our shooter bucks on his feet in daylight. So we'll see what happens. About 4:25 now, and it's been pretty busy so far. We've seen a handful of does and fawns, and a couple bucks. One we think was mature, kind of skirted our field here at a couple hundred yards, chasing some does. So we didn't get a very good look at him, but we only have probably about an hour left of shooting light. But the action's been good, so we're hoping we get some bucks moving on their feet in our plot here. We've got some does coming out in the field here now, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, we just got back to the truck. It was an eventful evening. We actually had another buck come in there late with about 5 minutes left of shooting light. At first glance, it looked like it was the shooter that we had pictures of that we went in after, but after we looked at it a little bit closer, he was just a year too young, but definitely an up-and-comer. So all in all, a very eventful day, a lot of does, a lot of bucks on their feet. Much better day than yesterday when we got skunked sitting 8 hours in the tree. So tomorrow officially starts Josh and I's rutcation, so we'll be spending the next 7 days, morning and night, in a tree as long as the weather permits. So stay tuned.
We just got out here about a half hour ago. We had to wait for the rain to let up. Brooks and Ty hunted last night and had a lot of good action, but sat through rain the entire night. Rained all night and until about noon today. So we're hoping the deer get up after all the rain and start moving, but so far we haven't seen anything but expect for it to be a good night. We just saw a buck we call Frosty. Last year he was a 3.5-year-old and he was all busted up. Really nice frame deer. Just saw him and all he has left are brow tines and G3s. And broke one of the main beams also. He's a fighter and he's pretty spindly, but he would have been a really nice buck if he hadn't busted everything up. Go back in the timber. She took off running when he came at her. Coming right by where we turned to go to the hay bale line. Coming up into the pond. So I call him. do yours. God, walk away. Snort ways again when he's over there. It's just about dark here. We did have a little action finally, just before a really nice, I don't know if he's 8 or 9 pointer, but he probably had a 8-inch club with a big kind of ball on the end of it. We've never seen that buck. He was at 60 yards, and we tried to get him. I can shoot to 50. We tried to get him closer, but he would never come closer. So finally he took off. He got a little jumpy out here, couldn't see anything, but we gave it a shot. Actually thought it was going to work out, but not tonight.